Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome back to season 2 of Around the Loop. Really excited to start the season with you guys. Some changes are going to happen to this podcast, and just want to let you guys know. So, for the folks that are just tuning in, every Friday is going to be a solo episode, depending, most likely 99% of the time, solo episode. Maybe you're lucky and we'll get a guest appearance once in a blue moon. Mondays will be interviews, whether they're events, recaps of the events, interview with artists, interview with barbers, interview with comedians, with breakdancers, taggers, you name it. It's all coming in on season 2. So usually I would start the episode with the theme song playing right away, but we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Right in your sleeve. 3-5 before I sleep. Hit niggas smoking, they put me to sleep. Been round the loop, and they all notice me. Round the loop, and I put on the team. Come and we slide and we pull it with skis. Yeah. Tokyo kill it.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in on season 2. Really excited and looking forward to a lot of big changes this year. 2025, right? Well, let's kick it off. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's time with your friends, family, loved ones. And if you were by yourself, solo dolo, well, don't worry. As long as you tune into Around the Loop, you weren't alone. But I hope you guys had an amazing 2024, and I hope you guys are ready for 2025. So, some changes. Let's start with it. Well, I have some interviews coming up shortly, actually. I have some events this month, which I'm really looking forward to. First event is actually coming out in 2 days. So in 2 days, today is Friday the 3rd, because it's fresh, and I'm saying this fresh right now, time on deck. If you guys really want it, I'll even tell you the time on deck. Time on deck is 7:39 a.m. Now I'm lagging it, right? Well, because I was tired from work from last night, and I wanted to give you guys a super fresh episode that you deserve. So let's roll into it. So Sunday's event is going to be the 5-year anniversary with Taper Tage's Culture Barber Lounge. The event's actually going to be held at the Oceanside OG location. So at Oceanside, right there off of, let's see if I remember the actual address. But it is right off of College and Oceanside, really close to the Tri-City. And actually, if you want to pinpoint it, it's in the same parking lot where Home Depot's at. Can't miss it. Home Depot going on the 78, right before you get to Tri-City Hospital. It's right there. Check it out Sunday at 5 p.m. The event's going to be kicking off, and I hope you guys are able to make it. It is open to everybody, all ages, all crowds. So come out, check it out. Check out the DJs, check out the barbers out there. Get to know them, get a haircut, check out the swag that's going to be out there. There's also going to be shirts, there's going to be food, there's going to be all sorts of people out there. And it's going to be really exciting to be able to do my first event. And it was such a blessing and an honor. And thank you very much, Taper Tage, for letting me have this opportunity to be there. So, second event is actually going to be the following week. So the following week, we have a show coming up on the 11th of November. No, November 11th. January 11th. Man, I messed that up already, but it's all good. We're going to keep rolling. So January 11th, we have a concert going on. It's a memorial concert. All benefits and procedures are going to go to the family. And I hope you guys are able to make it. It is all ages. Even though it is a bar, it is going to be all ages, so you guys can come. Check it out. We're going to have a list of artists performing. And for some folks, this is their time to shine. So I hope you guys are there to see this moment, to capture that moment where, before they blast off up in the upper leagues, like this is the time to capture that moment. So make sure you guys are out there. Check it out. It's going to be at the Vista Port House. I'll put the link in the bio. And you'll see the flyers. I'll even post the flyers on my Instagram, so peep that as well. And so some of the big changes. Well, I'll be real with you guys. Shout out to Movo, which was kind of interesting. I hit you guys up on Instagram, talking about, oh, let's collab, let's work. All right, cool. They're like, oh, please email us here. Tell me why I emailed y'all, just to tell me when we got a decline. Why did you make me email you? I don't get that. Wasting my motherfucking time. But it's all good. So shout out to Small Rig for the actual sick ass equipment. That's a non-paid advertisement. Deadass. They didn't pay for it. I paid out of pocket. And Small Rig. So I got the Small Rig cage set up with the handles. Ordered some cold shoe mounts, and it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. I just stay tuned. I'm waiting for a couple little parts, but I'll have this little masterpiece put together. So I hope you guys are ready for it. And I'm waiting to hear back from Small Rig. Maybe there'll be a future collaboration with them. I would love to work with them, especially if they'd be helping out a mobile podcaster. And for the folks that are tuning in for the first time again, welcome to the show. I got to introduce myself, and I will for 2025. But my name is Giovanni Delgado, and I am the host, the main host, the one and only for Around the Loop podcast. And for the folks that, like I said, are barely tuning in, it's a raw, unedited, genuine podcast. Real deal. Get to the nitty gritty. You'll hear me stutter. You'll help me mess up, mispronounce shit. It is what it is. I get nervous as fuck too. So, hey, we all gotta, make things happen, right? Gotta step out of our comfort zone sometimes. And it's all good. And this year is about stepping out of your comfort zone, taking that leap. Don't hesitate. If you're gonna run and jump, don't hesitate before you jump. You're gonna break your motherfucking ankles. Don't do that. And that's my word of advice. So, looking for some future collaborations. And I understand right now if I'm getting declined from companies, I get it. You check my shit out. You're like, oh, barely X, Y, and Z followers. And, oh, okay, who is this guy? I know the numbers don't really physically show, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Almost at 2,000 views. So thank you guys for all the views. Almost at 2,000 views. I think like 1,900 almost. So thank you guys for all that, all the love and support. And let's get it rocking to, potentially try to do 1,000 views a month. And I'm gonna need you guys' love and support and all the help. So make sure you guys please share it with your friends, family, for all the international folks, for all the folks around the world. Because the world is loop. Let's go. Share it with your friends, family, loved ones out there. Share it with a neighbor. And if you hear my podcast somewhere out there, randomly stumble upon it, DM me on Instagram at Around the Loop Podcast. And if you can't do that, I'll leave an email address where you can DM me. We'll figure this out. So, I hope you guys are ready. An exciting year. But let's talk about, so far the past couple days, right? So past couple days, we're great. Got to spend New Year's with my love bug roommate and our old roommate too, along with his partner, and it was cool. Cool time. It really was fun. Karaoke, played games, ate some carnitas, tacos. This shit was gas. Can't complain. And let's see, what else? Yeah, right now, honestly, guys, this is just a small introduction, a reintroduction for season 2. Nothing crazy. To be real with you guys, like, there is a lot gonna go. There's a lot gonna happen, and I hope you guys are ready for it. Because I am. I think I am, to be real. And if I'm not, oh well, this is my time to buckle in and get to the nitty gritty. So, gonna look forward to give you guys better episodes. Gonna be better on my delivery time. Gonna start trying to release episodes. If you're gonna get an episode on Monday, a fresh new episode. for everybody that's on the East Coast and around the world, I will be starting to post the release times at 9 p.m. on Sundays. Reason being is, for my folks that are on the night crew shift, on the East Coast that are working midnights and stuff like that, you get an episode, you're like, oh, it's Monday now. Okay, and then boom, fresh new podcast episode. And for the folks that are out here on the West Coast, hey, you guys are lucky. You get that sneak peek, 9 p.m. Boom, you get an opportunity to hear it right before it even hits midnight. And gonna start working on that better. Gonna start working on delivering videos a lot better. I'm a one-man band, but I'm gonna reach out to these folks that I've been collaborating with, working with, and ask for the help. Because there's nothing wrong with asking help. We're here to build one another. We're not here to take down or tear down. We're here to build one another. To show that, the true talent of both sides. So talking about talents, okay. Let's list a couple people that are coming up, right? So for y'all to want to understand or get to know what's coming up next on the list of folks. All right, so potentially we might have a special interview coming up shortly in the next couple days before the Taper Tage episode. But the Taper Tage episode will come out Monday. I will push that one for Monday. So you guys are ready for that. So it's actually going to be super fresh. Sunday the event, Monday the episode. So you guys get to hear all about it, get to see a recap. And then we have the January 11th event too. Going to set up a booth there. Make sure you come out and say hi. I'll have some flyers out. I'll have some not postcards, but business cards, technically. I'm going to, if I have the budget, I'll try to make some stickers. Little by little, trying to build myself up. So I hope you guys really enjoy this little small recap. Hope you guys have a great Friday, especially Friday, January 3rd. I already messed it up and said it was some other date. And, stay tuned to Around the Loop podcast season 2. We're going to put in more honorable mentions. We got some music producers. We have some comedians. We're going to have our first female comedian on the show as well. Actually, just waiting to hear back from these MMA fighters, and we might have some MMA fighters on the show. And again, it's going to be fun. We'll also, trying to be lucky. We'll have this gentleman. I'm not gonna spill the secrets out, but I hope you guys are ready for this one. Man really did go through a lot and hit hard, hit rock bottom really hard in life, and was able to pick himself up, become a man with healing abilities. And that's all the sneak peek I'm gonna put there. So stay tuned for that episode. We're also gonna have our own native Joey Diaz, which is gonna be Migs. We'll have him on the mic too. We're going to also throw some Spanish episodes as well. I'm going to start working on throwing some Spanish episodes out there. Or bilingual, to be honest, and do my best. I'm not a no sabe kid, so I definitely know some Spanish, enough not to get my fucking booty tickled in TJ. Or do I? Wink, wink. So, I'm going to do one with my pops. So you guys stay tuned to see my pops. That episode is going to be great. And do one with my grandpa too as well, so you guys can meet my grandpa on my mom's side. And we're going to have more family members on, and just more and more people. And also stay tuned for the legendary First Sarin as well. For the man of many hats, the man that played an important role in so many of our lives. Legendary man in Oceanside. And across the Marine Corps too. So stay tuned for that episode. Let's see. I got a handful more. Shout out to little Peregrine. We're gonna do that episode 2. That's coming out. Love his content. He's very creative with it. Very respectful young man. So I'm super excited to do that episode with him. We're gonna do some part 2s with some of these artists. Like we're gonna do part 2 with Balance. We're gonna do a part 2 with Tito, with Kelkin, with AAA. And we'll even do some collaborations where we might even have the team of JSK on the mic. And you may ask, who's all that? well, Ultron, Voltron, assemble. You guys will fucking figure this out. So that's gonna be a fun one. Yeah, and even just more and more people out there. Just trying to, spread my name out there. And also excited, gonna have some native artists as well on there. Looking forward to having some more people from around the actual loop come out. And it's gonna be great. More and more participation, more people. Just spread your story out there. And my goal, like I said in every single podcast and every single episode, is to come out to you, because my mission as a mobile podcaster is I come out to you, to wherever you want to meet up, to make you feel the most comfortable. You may ask, why do you do that, Joe? Reason being is, hey, have you ever been on a mic and in front of a fucking camera? And if you have, congratulations. And if you haven't, well, learn how to behave in front of one, because I didn't. And it's just repetition and repetition and repetition. I promise it looks funky. It looks funny. I still caught myself on season 1 on some episodes where I was getting better at it, trying to make eye contact with the co-host, and like the last episode I blew it of season 1 with Double Tap Live. And the reason why I said I blew it is because I was so nervous, to be honest. And it happens. It happens. It really does happen. I'm a normal person like you and everybody else. I was hella nervous. Reason why I was nervous was this man's caliber, his craft is unique. I love the film that he made, the short horror film. And just to meet all these people, I was just so nervous because this gentleman was able to get a whole place set up for me to do the podcast. And he did it all, out of love and everything, and to support me, which I was like, oh shit, then I got to do my 110. And that made me nervous. And I caught myself in that, I had some constructive criticism. I'm not going to say from who, but hey, Gio, I see you're very nervous. You're making eye contact. You're not making eye contact. You're looking up in the ceiling again. And it happens. And, I'm going to point that out for you guys. Because if you guys didn't notice it, well, shit, I did too. And it happens. And it's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to work on making better eye contact, or what? Should I just put on shades, guys? Should I just throw on some shades and be that fool with shades on the whole time? Even at nighttime? No. I just got to learn how to make eye contact better. And I'm working on it. So just waiting on some parts from Small Rig, from Amazon to come in so I can finish this little build. And little by little, start piecing my setup. So when I meet you guys see me with my little setup, you're like, oh shit, this is... Yes, sir, this is it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm about. So hopefully there's a potential sponsorship coming up from Small Rig, a potential sponsorship coming up from Plug Play. Shout out to Plug Play. If you guys haven't, hold up, before I even jump there. Now I hope, for the folks that didn't know this is the moment right now in the episode where you can either skip the next 30 to 45 seconds or a minute, or continue to hear it. Now, viewer discretion is advised. All right. So you stayed for the audio. Here we go. So at this portion, for all my new listeners and everything, we're going to talk about cannabis. And I speak about it on the episodes openly because cannabis saved my life. It did. It changed my life for the better. And for some of the folks that don't understand it, do your research. It's not all bad. It's not. And it's how you control it, how you use it, how you consume it, how you go about your life. Because you can abuse any drug. But honestly, cannabis did save my life. It did help me get off pills. It helped me get off alcohol. So I'm very thankful because I was going downhill with it. Not going to lie. So with cannabis products, I want a big shout out to Walgreens Vista for being my primary shop. And also shout out to Cake House Vista as well for, having a phenomenal service as well. But let's go back to my main shop. So my main shop, Walgreens. Now, Walgreens Vista, and shout out to actually Walgreens in Kearny Mesa. So if you guys are out there in Kearny Mesa, and around the Kearny Mesa area, go check out Walgreens too. They just recently opened too and need all the love and support. So go check them out. Let them know that Around the Loop podcast sent you. And for the folks around the Oceanside, Vista, Carlsbad, Escondido, San Marcos, make that trip and boogie down to Walgreens Vista. Let them know that Around the Loop podcast sent you there. And I promise, for your first time people that are there, you're gonna get treated right. And even if for the experienced cannabis consumers, and you want to just test them and see, what are they gonna, are they just gonna sell me shit, or are they actually gonna sell me a product that's actually worth it? And be real with you guys, some dispensaries will just sell you a product just because they're like, oh, we need to push this out, so, oh, this is bomb, this is good. And then you smack it outside and you're like, oh, this is fucking trash. Now you gotta fucking smoke it. Well, that ain't gonna happen with Walgreens. It hasn't happened with me. So go over to Walgreens, let them know Around the Loop podcast sent you. Check it out. So some honorable mentions, some honorable strains. Jetty Distillate. Oh, not Jetty Distillate, but Jetty, what was it? It was the something. I had a Jetty one. There was Grapes and Cream and Dazed and Confused strain. If you ever get those, the Jetty line, super fucking gas. Also, shout out to Raw Garden for some phenomenal strains, and also for their sauce lineage. Shout out to CBX if you guys want some. These are strains. These are companies that I consume that are really great. So if you guys want a list, here you go. There's Dime Industries. There's CBX for some actual good bud. Oh, well, you got Blem too. Can't miss Blem. They're a great fucking company. Shout out to Up too as well. Great, got some great fucking flower. Shout out to Plug Play. Phenomenal fucking pods. Always gonna smack, guaranteed. And the list goes on. The list goes on. Jeters as well. And like I said, just go over to Walgreens Vista. They'll hook you up. So, moving on forward and onward, right? So for the folks that either skipped the episode or stayed during it, like I said, I don't promote it. I don't condone it. Under no circumstances should you be under the influence of this product. No, do it at an appropriate time. There's a time and place for everything, right? Like Dr. Phil said once said, you got to put down the joint and pick up the responsibilities. So, got to do that. Put down the joint and pick up the responsibilities, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think you're putting down what I'm picking up. Or some bullshit. I don't know. It is what it is. I watch too much. But, like I said, I hope you guys are ready for Season 2. For Monday's episode, it's going to be with the Taper Tage 5-year anniversary. Stay tuned for that one. Hope you guys are excited. And thank you very much. Have a happy Friday. Stay safe, everybody. Much love. And thank you for all the support. Now, make sure you check me out at Around the Loop Podcast on Instagram. Also, I'll put my link in the bio for the link tree so you can check out every single episode that's coming out. So yeah, I'll have it there for Season 2. And let's stay tuned, y'all.
When I know that he's spinning, triple A rapper, flawless in vision. Roll up blunt and I make me 3 wishes.
Bitch, I'm Drewski, I'm standing on business. Speed it up, I'ma light the ignition. I can give a little fuck about your distance.
Nah, he tripping. Run up on that boy and he go missing. Audi Q5, you hear the transmission. Automatic for me, do the switching.
I've been counting that money addition. For the bag, I'ma go on a mission. My brothers, they listen, I know that they hearing me standing.